Hi friends, gather in. Welcome everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome Bacon and Eggs and Suchino and Binky Kitty, of course. Welcome Project Screen. Welcome everybody. Hey Finn. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a lovely week. I've had a good week. Busy. I feel like life is busy these days. Get lots of things done. Today, my morning... I love saying project, as my Canadian friends. I like watching a lot of fixer-upper shows. And one thing about watching Canadian fixer-upper shows is they do these long O's. In America, we say projects. And up in Canada, they say this project. Project. Anyway, project I was working on today. I should take some photographs, whatever. So my dad and I, and my mom, when they were visiting a couple of weeks ago, helped build a built-in daybed. Our house has a little bay window in the front of it, in the living room area, and it's never been optimized. It's always been kind of like, hey Heather, kind of like, not wasted space per se, but we always had like a couch in front of it, our old couch. And so there was always like just kind of like a big space behind the couch of like empty, sort of like storage. But that couch was like 10 years old, and so we got rid of that couch. We got rid of half the couch. We put the entire couch out on the curb, and somebody only took half of it. And I was like, that's weird. There's a big L. So somebody took half the couch, and then our other friend, Tyler, she wanted our old little blue couch, and I had forgotten about that. And so after our little baby shower last Saturday, I know Finn, who takes half a couch? I mean the big couch, in fairness. And maybe they only wanted the one half, which I actually get, but it was, as an L. And they just took the slightly smaller of it, but it doesn't matter. I get why they took that half. Anyway, our friend Tyler took our other little blue couch that was in the garage, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I've forgotten that she wanted that. And suddenly our garage had a big empty space without a couch. And so I took our old living room, the other half of the living room couch, to the garage. And so now that's in the garage. Anyway, so my dad and I and Mom build this built-in daybed in front of the bay window. I'm not sure if I posted any pictures of it. I've been bad about posting like life updatey photos. I should do like some photo dumps of like life updatey things that we've been doing, like our house, and like we've been doing so many things. Lots and lots of projects, my friends. Lots and lots of projects. I should send you like show you some like before and after pictures of what we did to the master bedroom and the master bathroom. Like big updates. And I want to get all that done before the baby arrives. And we did. So it's all done. So we've been very busy since March. We've had a lot going on since March. So anyway, we built this built-in, and I had cushions made. I had custom cushions made for the built-in. They look great. And the guy that did my upholstery, I had him build me a couple cabinets for the ends of the daybed. Not only for storage, but also to kind of like end cap it, so it looks like there's places to lean your head against, and like this looks like more like a finished piece now. So I picked those up today, but they look great. He did I love my guy, my upholstery little kind of general house handyman dude. He's a very good good carpenter. Very fair pricing. So yeah, he made these 2 cabinets for me. And I told him don't paint them. Like I'll paint them. So give me like, a really good price. And he gave me a great price. So this morning I picked him up at 10 a.m. and then I spent until about 1 o'clock painting them, priming them, and then a couple coats of paint. And I even repainted the front of the daybed from I had originally painted it kind of this green color, kind of like this kind of avocado-y green. And I decided I didn't like it as much, so I kind of ended up painting it more like a beigey gray, a bit more like, I don't know, it's a bit boring, but I think it looks pretty. I'll show you pictures. My Instagram eventually. So I painted that, I painted the cabinets, and after this live stream they should be dry, so then I'll bring them back into the house. So that's been my day, man. Like, oh, and some business emails. I have a new sponsorship coming up, which I'm super excited about. I think I'm going to work with them. I'm waiting to try out their product. So once I try out their product, and I think I'm going to like it. But once I try out their product and verify that I am stoked about it, I'll have a new sponsorship company I'll be working with. So that's nice. Turning my little ASMR corner into I'll just tell, it doesn't matter, I can tell you, it's because it's up in the air. They're called Anson Belt and Buckle. Anson Belt and Buckle. So they do belts and belt buckles, and they have like what looks to be a pretty neat little system. The belts appear to be of high quality. They get very good reviews, and so I just need to test it out and make sure that I do agree that I would definitely put my name on these belts. So I'm gonna try them out first, and then if I like them, I think it'll be a really natural fit into my my gentleman series, of like Scotch, whiskeys, tailoring, suits. I want to do a video on the importance of accessories in a men's outfit. Like, do shoes matter? Do belts matter? The answer is yes, dramatically. Does the tie matter? Yes, and I actually have a very specific story that I want to tell regarding a tie that I bought, and I'm going to save it for the video. But anyway, so that's coming up, and that'll be exciting. Thanks, Green Bandit. I'm glad my videos help calm you down. Suchino, how many hours of sleep have you put together from like the last 2 months? I get pretty steady. I think I get 7 hours of sleep per night, pretty consistently. I'm a pretty good sleeper, and I think I try to get 8, but between 7 and 8 hours, 7.5 hours of sleep, pretty consistently. So yeah. And am I planning on doing another tasting? Yeah, I am. I do want to do another. I want to do another. I do want to do a bourbon tasting. People have been requesting a bourbon tasting. I think that would be fun. I liked my Scotch tasting. I thought that was good. Oh, I want to do. There's a couple I want to do. I want to do the cheapest wines at Costco tasting, and get like the 5 cheapest bottles of red, and maybe some cheese, because if you're gonna have good wine, you might as well pair it with a little cheese. And maybe I'm not sure I can really legally consider that a tax write-off. It's pretty thin. It's like, listen, I'm doing this for work. I am not enjoying this right now. I have to drink this wine and eat this delicious cheese. This is not for me. This is for work. This is obviously a tax write-off. I have to. Anyway. But I think it'd be fun, and I'm just kind of curious to try, like, you know, the 5 cheapest bottles of wine from Costco, and be like, and I guess I'd have to do like, or like the 3 cheapest versus like 3, you know, mid-priced bottles. Like the 3 cheapest bottles are gonna be like, you know, $5 a piece, right? Oh, Costco's cheaper, I think. Costco's amazing. I'm telling you, I've honestly never had a bad bottle of wine from Costco. Like, I don't know who their buyer is, but that's what, honestly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the 3 cheapest. Oh, for cheese. Ralph's is really good, too. Aldi. Dude, the Ralph's in El Segundo, it's like 20 minutes from my house. The Ralph's in El Segundo has like a legitimate cheesemonger. Like, I was shocked at the quality of their cheese department. That's where I got my last cheeses from in the last cheese tasting video. I was like, dude, these are legit, man. Like the Ralph's cheese department. I think it depends on the Ralph's. They're not all the same. When you lived in Nicefin, yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like I said, I went to the El Segundo one last time. Shout out to El Segundo Ralph's. Legit cheese section. Phenomenal cheeses. Anyway, but I'm legitimately curious to try like the 3 cheapest versus like 3 mid-price bottles. So 3 bottles that basically cost $4.99 a piece, right? I think that's what the cheapest bottles are, like $4.99 versus like 3 mid-priced bottles at like $15.99 or, you know, $20 a bottle, like solid like mid-tier, you know, like a bottle of wine you'd be proud to bring to a friend. You know, you'd bottles of wine you would bring to a friend's, you know, evening dinner party and be like, be a nice bottle of wine, you know, something in like the $20 range, and compare and be like, dollars to donuts. Like, I have a strong suspicion that the $5 bottles will hold up shockingly well. That is my hypothesis. That and especially if you want to get expensive and go to like a $7 bottle of wine, like, you know, I bet that many $7 and $8 bottles of wine from Costco you could easily pair up against many $20 to $35 bottles of wine. And that's my hypothesis. So it'd be interesting to try it out, because I'll have to have like a, you know, something that's like the control. You know, like what's like a Ferrari Carano, where it's like a pretty well-known, mid-priced. You know, like I need to pick a good control. Like, this is the $25 bottle of wine. You'd be proud to bring this to a dinner party, you know. I'm not trying to show off too much. You're not bringing a Barolo or an Amarone, but you're bringing like a nice, you know, Pinot Noir or a nice Cab or a nice, you know, something you'd be like, a nice gift, you know, and have that be the control, and then compare that to $4.99, $7.99, $10.99. I have a strong suspicion that the cheaper bottles will be just as good. I have a very, especially like if you buy like the Kirkland brand, like the Kirkland Cabernet, their Kirkland Bordeaux, the Kirkland Pinot Noir. I have a sneaking suspicion that it will be very comparable in taste and quality, if not better. But I want to try it. So this is for science. So yeah, can I write this off as a tax write-off? Probably not, but it'll be fun to try and see what happens. Right, Suchino? Like, what if the $5 bottle is like, I genuinely like more than like the $25 or $30 bottle? I'm like, dude, just get the $5 bottle. I doubt it. I don't think it will be the case, but I don't know, maybe. And I'm not like a sommelier or anything, but so I'm like, a layman, just an enjoyer of wine. Well, I gotta go buy the wine first, so I don't know. It might be after the baby comes, so that my wife can enjoy some wine with me after I open all these bottles. Because right now she can't have the wine. So it's like, if I open up 6 bottles of wine and she's just like, you're opening up 6 bottles of wine and I can't have any? I mean, that just seems mean. It just seems cruel. So maybe it might not be for a minute. We'll see. I'll have to run that idea by her, but see what she thinks. But that does just seem kind of mean if I'm just like popping bottles and she's just watching from the distance. Just be like, must be nice drinking all that wine and having all those delicious soft cheeses that I'm not allowed to have because I'm pregnant. I save it for a celebration with me. Something like that, Heather, yeah. Yeah, kind of like name brand versus house brand. Have I read any Hunter S. Thompson? Nick asks, thanks, Nikolai Stoyanov. Grazie from Italy. That's very cool, my friend. Grazie. Have I read any Hunter S. Thompson? Ironically, no. I've seen Fear and Loathing, but I've not actually read the man. I'm just familiar with him, but I've not read Hunter S. Thompson. And right to the point, I agree, my friend. Chess rating, about 1650. Yeah, chess from about 1650. I'm not great. Mast ASMR. You're French. Bonjour. I always watch your videos. I love it, especially the IPA one or the blackjack. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Appreciate it. Yeah, my blackjack are very, very popular. I like making them too. Blackjack videos are fun. Wine taste with blackjack. Hello, cat, darling. How wonderful to see you. Favorite movie? One cannot pick one favorite movie. It's a mood thing. There are many wonderful films. As a young man, for a while, my favorite movie was Good Will Hunting. Before that, for a while, my favorite movie was Dead Poet Society. For a while, my favorite movie was Master and Commander, Gladiator, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Silence of the Lambs, Rounders. Love Rounders. So many good movies. So many. So many great movies. I don't know. Philip Weber, can I speak German? Nein, ich kann nicht Deutsch sprechen. Ich habe studiert bei der Uni für 3-4 Jahre. Ich habe vergessen. 2 Jahre bei der Gymnasium und auch 1 Jahr, so 3 Jahre und auch 1 Jahr bei der Uni, aber ich habe alle vergessen, so nein, ich kann nicht Deutsch sprechen. Es tut mir leid. My German, my German's terrible. Like that's all I can say. Like my German's, I can kind of get around, but it's pretty rough, man. Suchino, you're from the Czech Republic. Oh, nice, bro. That's awesome. Hey, Kevon and Boomer, great to see you, bro. I've not seen the Odyssey yet, way up on my list of movies that I am excited to go watch in IMAX. Evening, Thrs. Anxiety's through the roof and I'm trying to sleep. Oh, hang in there, Chief. Anxiety is so annoying because it can really just creep up on us, you know? And you can just feel like this weight of anxiety. It's probably too late. If you haven't yet, one of the best treatments, prescriptions for anxiety, of course, is exercise. It's very helpful for me to break a sweat, go for a run, push-ups, chin-ups, back raises, like get some exercise, you know, break a sweat. Because it releases endorphins and helps kind of calm the mind. But anxiety sucks, man. It's brutal. I like the World Cup. Nicholas Stoyanov. I don't like soccer. I'm not gonna care about soccer again for 4 more years. It's fun to watch the World Cup and get behind different nations. Like America does not care about soccer, and watching the final game, I'll tell you, man, watching these guys scream and roll on the ground when they get like a little foul and they just go like, and they're clutching their leg and they're rolling, and they get up and they jog off. I'll tell you, man, it's un-American. Like, it angers Americans to watch that. We get it triggers something in me when I watch some guy take a dive like they do in the World Cup and spinning on the ground. Some of those are legit fouls. There are legit fouls that happen. I'm not saying they're not. But when you get these guys that, you know, flip over, you know what I'm talking about. I'll tell you, we Americans, like, it's un-American, and we don't like it. It angers us. It's just like, what the no, what, no, no, yeah, un-American. But I really enjoyed watching the World Cup. It was fun to watch, you know, that, like, Americans now, like, we love the Scottish. Dude, the Scottish won our hearts in Boston when y'all drank us out of all of the alcohol, when you drank us out of beer in Scotland. Ugh. And you guys showed us how to party. Like, let's show you how to have a good time. You we Yankees, come with us. We'll show you how to have a proper piss up and a good time. And we're just like, let's fucking go with the Scots. Oh my God. We love you guys. We love you. Please come back anytime. You're always welcome. We love you. Like Boston just stole. I mean, the Scottish, the Tartan, exactly, Cat. Like the Tartan Army will forever be welcome in Boston, in New England, man. Like, dude, love you guys. And then Norway really kind of stole America's hearts too with Holland. Like, he really stole America's heart. We love that guy. So after the Scots got knocked out, it was like, okay, who are we rooting for now? And everyone's like, Norway, obviously. Of course, we're rooting for Holland and Norway. That's duh. And then when they got knocked out, we were like, Spain, Argentina, France, England, like, nobody cared. After that, after Holland got knocked out, after Norway got knocked out, and the Scots got knocked out, we're just like, when does football start? American football. So yeah. Let's see, the Boost merch. And March? No, I'm not even sure what that is. Orange Boost March. I don't know what that is. But yeah, Crispy. We don't like soccer, but we love hosting a party. We do. We loved hosting everybody from around the world. It was seriously, Cat. NFL can't get here soon enough. We loved hosting. It was great. Again, all of our friends from, I mean, Americans, I'll tell you, you Europeans and everybody, I'll tell you, man, we love you guys. Americans love you guys. We love you guys. As long as you're fun, as long as you don't suck. And most people don't. Most people are freaking cool. So, we loved having you guys over here and you guys like going to Buc-ee's and having a good time and laughing with us and drinking with us. Like, we loved it, man. We you guys are like, somebody said it, you guys are like we're cousins, but we don't hang out very often because our parents fight. But when we get along, we're like, oh my God, we have a great time together, but like our parents are fighting, so like we don't get to hang out very often. That's how Americans feel about you guys. Like, real Americans freaking love you guys. We love you guys. Favorite cognac? I'm not a big cognac guy. I don't know. In the world of cognac, it's not a cognac, but something sweet to sip on. Grand Marnier. Erkam from Turkey, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you, Smash Shadow. I appreciate it. From Sweden. Very, very cool. I appreciate it. It's football. I decided to say this. From Kubaris was goated. Kubaris, yeah. Fair enough, Suchino. Do I like the UFC? I do like the, ish. Like, I watch it. I'm not like a hardcore UFC fan. It's fun. I like watching a good fight. Yeah. The Netherlands doing just for the World Cup to have the Dutch fans march the stadium with it. Oh, nice, Gay Van den Boomen. But that would be awesome. Again, we love hosting you guys. Y'all are fun, man. Like when you bring that Tartan Army energy, like we're just like, let's go. Like let's have fun, man. Let's party. Let's go. Like we love it. Real Americans love it. Suchino, because you're Czech. Favorite beer? Some kind of an IPA. I like really bright, floral forward, hoppy IPAs. There's a brand called Giraffe that makes a really good floral, hoppy IPA. Those are fantastic. Yeah. So those are, those are my favorite beers. And the whiskey tasting, Reynardo, I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks. I gotta figure that out. And fine, Nikolai, Stoyanov. I mean, look, like, soccer's fine. Football, it's fine. I don't think it'll ever really take off in America. It's a good game. It's a good sport. It's a great game. It's a great sport, but there's something about it that's un-American. We like football. Baseball is quote-unquote America's pastime, but our real pastime is football and basketball, but football for real. Good night from the Czech Republic. Big bada boom. Good night, my friend. Well, dude, Big Boy Steve, the France versus England game was the best game of the World Cup. Like, that was the best game by far. England rages out 4-0 in the first half, and France came back like a boss. Came back 3-4, and like they really should have scored and tied it up. Like, dude, there was like 2 goals that France should have scored against England. It was like, oh, they missed, and like that was the best game of the World Cup, in my humble opinion. On honestly, the Spain-Argentina game was kind of boring. I mean, it was like Spain dominated, but they just couldn't get the damn ball in the net. You know? It was just like, come on, guys. Like, score. Freaking score, damn it. Like, quit kicking it into the goalie. I mean, the goalie made some amazing saves, but a lot of the shots were like, come on, guys. Like, put it into the corners. Like, bury it in the back of the net. Knock it off. It was a frustrating game. I mean, thank God Spain won. It would have been depressing if they hadn't won. I would have been like, are you kidding me? And then right at the very end, I was like, dude, Messi's going to do it. Watch, Messi's going to freaking do it. Like, Spain couldn't close. They were there the entire game, and they couldn't close. And Messi's going to tie it up and go into overtime or go into freaking penalty kicks, PKs, and Argentina's going to freaking do it. And they almost did. It was very close. Yeah, we're going to see, Heather, about the Olympics. We'll see. Maybe. You know, we'll have a young baby at the time. So I don't know. We'll see. Like watching the World Cup or the rest of soccer. It's like, that's the thing, Kayvon and Boomin. Like, that's the thing about soccer and why it will never be America's game. When, when some guy touches another guy's shoulder and he flips out, like rolls on the ground and grabs his ankle. Americans just watch that and we're just like, what the hell's going on? Why is he crying? Why is he crying? We don't get it. We're just like, I don't understand. Yeah. Fertonio from Italy. Nice, my friend. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you, Oliver. Appreciate it, my friend. Next Gentleman series. Soon. Unsure, but soon. Saturn used to watch your videos about relationship advice. Now I'm on 3 years. Bro, that's amazing. Congratulations. Big shout out, dude. Fist pump. That's awesome, man. 3 years. Congratulations. That's wonderful. Robert Adams. Congratulations, bro. Oh, big hugs, dude. Congrats. Congratulations, man. Bow, 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 bow. Congratulations. I can't wait to have a little girl. I'm excited to be a girl dad. Good for you, buddy. Canadians love ice hockey. Nothing more to say. And Suchino. It's totally true, bro. And I love hockey, too. I grew up playing ice hockey. I played JV and varsity in high school. Hockey's a great game. But yeah, hockey player and football players, when we watch soccer, we're just like, why is he crying? Like, in rugby or football or hockey, like, you have to, if you're not bleeding or like hurt, like you don't play through it. You're like, I don't understand. It's very confusing to the American audience. It's very confusing. We don't understand it. Big bada boom. Favorite breakfast meal? Honestly, I love Eggs Benedict. Whenever I'm out, I'm doing breakfast, I usually order Eggs Benedict. It's one of my favorite breakfasts. An English breakfast, tea tasting. I like English breakfast. Tea, it's fine. It's not my favorite tea. I prefer like a spiced tea myself. It's okay. I'd have to be more into it. I'm not into it enough. Yeah. Girl Dad, what's up, Girl Dad gang? Robert Adams, awesome, bro. Freaking cool, man. Why is it so hot in LA? Shoe Frank, because of the sun, and we're close to the equator, and it's July, so that's why it's hot in LA. And it's not even that hot. It's like in the upper 70s, low 80s where I live. It's amazing. It's really not that hot. Flawless Fighter. Love your content, but watch, I'm gonna help me sleep. Just remember, I need to follow you. Well, thank you, Flawless Fighter. Appreciate that. Thanks for being a long-time watcher, first-time subscriber. Appreciate it. Thanks, Bex. Happy Thursday back to you. And the Women's World Cup. Robert, I would agree. I don't know if the women are just like, I don't know. I feel like there's less flopping in women's soccer. It definitely feels that way. You gotta go to bed. You got it, Nikolai. Take care, my friend. Thanks for hanging out. Till the next time, my friend. Ciao, bello. Thank you, Ward. At least you know. Less flopping. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Eggs Benny's your go-to as well. It's so good. It's such a great breakfast. Potato scone, tatty scone. I don't know, real cow. I've never been to Scotland, so I kind of say I've had a true Scottish breakfast. So probably not, but I bet I would like it. It sounds like something I would probably enjoy. I do love potatoes for breakfast, so a patty scone, I'm sure, is quite delicious. I'd certainly enjoy that. What would be your opinion on the Irish rugby team? Joshua Nevin. I've got no opinion on the Irish rugby team, although I'm sure they're great lads. I think rugby is a fantastic game. I don't know why rugby's not more popular in the United States. It really seems to... I don't have any clue as to why it's not more popular. It's a great game. It's physical. It's fun. It's very much a spectator sport. I have no idea why rugby is not way more viewed in the United States, because it's a great game. But on the Irish rugby team, no idea. I'm sure they're good lads. But I eat them with eggs with my kids. Nice better boom. Floss Fighter. So special last World Cup Australia, I think. I like watching the women's soccer, man. I think they're great. Demetrius, Demarcus, Bartholomew. Good evening, bonsoir, good abend, buenas noches. Back at you, my friend. Bex had to listen to a 2-hour argument between my ex and my friend about men's sports where men dominate. I'm not going into full detail. Depends on the sport, man. I don't know. I don't mind women's sports. Some are great to watch. Some aren't as much fun to watch. But I don't know. A lot of women's sports are fun to watch. I know, Kat. My new favorite Olympic sport is rugby sevens. Dude, rugby sevens is amazing. So good. Yeah. I mean, the thing about men's sports versus women's sports, do men have bigger feats of athleticism? Yes. Okay. You're gonna see more, like in basketball, big plays and alley-oop dunks, and like, you're gonna see like bigger feats of athleticism in men's sports. But women's sports are fun too. I don't know, they're different. They're more finessey, It's a different kind of game. It's not like the giant power play, jumping 6 feet in the air and dunking over 3 people's heads, which is fun though. That's the thing, like that is fun to watch. You know, it's the old there's like a Bill Burr joke where he's talking about, you know, it's like white people and black people in basketball, and you know, and it's all like, you know, when a white guy does something, it's like, you know, it was a good tactical play. It was like good, and you know, and then the black guy like jumps over him and like his nuts are in his face and he like dunks on top of him, and it's just like, well, why did I think of doing that? I'm totally butchering the joke. It was hilarious the way he told it. But yeah, I mean, when you watch out, you know, some athlete jump 5 feet in the air over some guy's head and like dunk the ball, you're just like, oh, what? Dude, I mean, it's impressive. That's all there is to it. I mean, you're watching it like, you know, in football, and you watch some, you know, some wide receiver, a Puka Nakua or somebody just make some insane leaping, you know, one-armed cat, like one-handed catch. Or you watch some like crazy corner, like just tackle somebody. It's like Richard Sherman just lay somebody out. You're just like, oh my! You can hear it, like you felt that tackle, like in your living room, like you heard it live, and you're going like, oh Jesus! Like that guy just got freaking mauled. It's like, whoa, dude. So you just get like bigger in men's sports, but women's sports are great. They're more finesse, you know. I like watching women's soccer. I like watching women's rugby. I like watching women's Olympics. I don't know. They're just different. They're both cool. They're different. Are you German? I'm definitely not German. My German's terrible, but thank you. Yeah, women's volleyball, great. You know. A hit. Oh yeah, when you watch like a hit in hockey and like they, you know, some poor guy gets launched into the bench, you're just like, oh, Jesus, you know, God, this is bigger, you know. That's all. But they're fun. But they're both fun to watch. You know? And yeah, who doesn't like watching women's volleyball? Good Lord. Yeah, women's volleyball is very fun to watch. Competitive cheer and dance. Dude, those chicks are nuts, man. Like Crispy, there's some truth in that. Like men's tennis, it's like they just hit the ball so freaking hard that whoever's serve it is just tends to win, because they can hit the ball so freaking hard that it's just like, okay, whoever's serve it is wins. But that's why it was fun to watch back in the day, like Sampras versus Agassi, because Sampras was the #1 server, Agassi the #1 returner. So you had like the greatest server playing against like the greatest returner, and it was fun to watch. But I can see women's tennis having more like volley, more finesse, more like trick shots, more like drop balls. Yeah, I don't really watch tennis, but I have watched tennis. But yeah, I can definitely see women's tennis being like fun for that reason. A little more finesse. Whereas the men, they're just like smashing the ball so hard. You're like, good God. 140 mile an hour serves. Get out of here with that. Can you imagine? Dude, it'd be weird to like just have a professional male tennis player serve the ball at me, and me just being like, nope, you're clearly trying to kill me. I will not. How do you return this? What? No. But just to see like 140 mile per hour serve come at me, and me just like trying to block it. Yeah, that's all I could do. Be nuts. Jockey boy. Let's see. Thanks, Rayan. Appreciate it, man. You played darts professionally? Darts is hard, man. I like playing darts. It's fun. It's a fun drinking game, but boy, you played professionally though. Dude, dude, watching your professional dart players is weird. You guys are so freakishly accurate. Like you're freakishly accurate. It's weird. Robert Adams, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong, man. I think that the helmets and the pads may be American football may be a better game without helmets and pads. It may ironically be safer. They're different games though, football and rugby. They're different games. But there's something very much to be said, and rugby players just they get the crap beat out of them. Like, I'm not saying that those guys are tough and they get they're beat up. But like in American football, you get these collisions that are just like, good God, because they're wearing pads, like they just go full out. Like you see these collisions by these guys, like they're just mental, and it's impressive to watch. And you're like, how is he alive? Good Lord, but it makes the game exciting. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, fair enough, Ward. Fair enough, bro. I mean, again, women's sports are just more finessey. They're different. Baseball is that way. The first time you see triple digits, dude, I can only imagine. Like baseball is insane. Where like major league pitchers, it's hard to. Alright, take care, Suchino. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Like, I can't imagine what like a frickin' 90 mile or 95 mile an hour fastball coming at me would be like, and like trying to hit that. Like, yeah, like Major League Baseball pitchers are freakishly impressive. The speed and accuracy at which they can throw a baseball, right? It's 100 plus. I mean, dude, yeah, dude, I can't even imagine. I've been in a 70 mile per hour batting cage, it's just like, whoa, like that's 70 miles an hour. It's just like, Jesus. 100 miles an hour? Get out of here. Get out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, 105, 106. Dude. I mean, that's insane. And they do that accurately. Like, in a square like that big, they can throw a ball 105 miles an hour into a square that size from like a long ways away. It's just like, dude, it's very impressive. Glory Fide, do I like rap music? Well, that is a giant category. I like a lot of hip hop. Not all of it. I do enjoy a lot of hip hop. That's very true, Ward. Like, when you get to, like, the professional level at almost any game, any sport, you're like, good God, you're good at this. And big bada boom. I can only imagine, man. Like, yeah. Again, watching professional dart throwers where it's just, like this, the accuracy, it just... And it's just thunk, 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 triple 20, triple 20, triple 20. It's incredibly impressive. Ironic. It's weirdly fun to watch sometimes. Project cricket comes close second to baseball. I guess I'm not into cricket. I mean, I think it's one of those games where you have to kind of grow up with it to really appreciate it. And I'm not a cricket man. It's not my game. Dude. I know, bowling. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. Very true. Wouldn't see it in real life. And yeah, Robert Adams. Dude, like, when you watch... I've on one occasion, I think I've told you guys this story. I was working as a bartender in Beverly Hills. I was working at this restaurant called Frida. You need to go outside, honey? You need to go outside? No, just come here. Just relax, sweetie. I'm talking to my dog. Just come here. Just relax. Yeah. Just chill. Just go back to sleep. And Shuja, hola. I'm bartending in Beverly Hills, and the Toronto Raptors were in town. And Steve Nash, I think at the time, I think he must have been playing for the Raptors at this point in time. Anyway, so like 4 or 5 Toronto Raptors players came into the restaurant, and Steve Nash does not look big on TV. He's a point guard. Seeing him in person with like 4 other NBA players was just like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, they are just not built the way you and I are. I mean, it doesn't, you can't really see it on TV. Like, standing next to them in person and just being like, oh my God, like, you guys are just huge. Just units of men. Like, good God, you guys are just units. It's very impressive. That's all I'm going to say. It's very impressive. And I forget the guy. It was another famous guy. He came in. He was like a tall guy. I don't think he was officially a big man, but he was like 6'8" or something. And you're just like, but big, It's not like a tall, skinny 6'8". It's like a beefy 6'8". You're just like, good God. Starry-eyed, sweetie. Well, thank you. I'm with you, Robert. Competitive marching bands. World-class DCI level gets crazy athletic. That's one of those weird sports or like weird things where like competitive marching band, they are very impressive, but it's so esoteric. It's such a weird thing to get. It's like being a really good at synchronized swimming. It's really impressive what they do. It's very impressive, but it's like weird. You're like, you've spent so long and so much of your life becoming incredibly good at this one little thing that nobody cares about except for a few brief moments as a sidebar in the Olympics, and you've spent thousands of hours becoming really good at synchronized swimming, and nobody cares except for as a sidebar in the Olympics. It's crazy. I gotta feel the same way about marching band. Like, you can be So it's been so much time. And then it's like, for this like one little weird thing. Anyway, always be calm. Friend zoned. Okay, let me talk about being friend zoned. I've been friend zoned. Being friend zoned sucks. Here's the thing about being friend zoned. When it happens, you gotta move on, man. There's no every once in a blue moon you can be unfriend zoned, but something spectacular has to happen. You'll have to be, the only way to get unfriend zoned is like one of her, you have to do something like ridiculously impressive in front of her, and you have to you'll have to be vouched for basically by one of her friends. So like one of her friends will either have to find you hot, which competition will really work in your favor. One thing that's weird, and back me up on this, ladies. I don't think I'm speaking out of school here. I noticed for me, okay, with my wife, for example, por ejemplo, one night, my wife and I go out to dinner down in the South Bay, and it's like the new Palmia. So I was a founding bartender at this really nice like upscale Mexican restaurant called Palmia, and they opened up another like a sister restaurant called Esperanza. Okay, delicious upscale Mexican food down in the South Bay, and we go there this one night, and I knew all these people, and they're all coming up to me like, "Oh my God, Jay! Oh, dude, so good to see you, bro! Oh my God!" I knew everybody, and I was kind of treated like a little mini celebrity. And this one old guy I knew from back then was like, "Javi," and he's like, "Oh my God, you're like Javi? What's up, bro? I haven't seen you in forever." And women love seeing a guy validated by other people. Another example, Coleman Hughes mentioned this one time. He said, because he has fans. He's a semi-famous dude, and he was out on a date one time, and some guy walks up and goes, "Oh my God, dude, Coleman, you're the frickin' man, dude. Like, what? Can I get a picture with you?" And he's like, "Dude, that is like the best wingman stuff. Like women love seeing a guy get validated by other people, men or women." So that's one of the ways of getting unfriend-zoned, is you'll have to be validated by somebody that she respects, or it could be random. I mean, it could be like, if for some reason you guys are in some location, okay, doing some event or something, and you're not together, obviously, but you're like in the neighborhood together, you're in the same space together, and then somebody comes up and like it's like really flirting with you, like especially if she's like if a cute girl comes up and starts like really flirting with you, that can get you unfriend zoned. But outside of that, it's really hard, man. That's about it. Like, that's the only way of getting unfriend zoned. So my best advice is, unfortunately, just move on. Move on. And ironically, she may get interested in you when and if you get another girlfriend, then, because we pursue that which retreats from us. We covet that which others have. And so when a woman sees a man who she wasn't interested in get booed up by another female, particularly an attractive female. It really gives you brownie points. There's a weird little competitive streak, and they're all of a sudden like, well, now I want it. So now that he's been vouched for by this chick, now I want him too. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is what it is, my friend. So yeah, friend zoned. I also meditated. Women here being really protective, but in a way that doesn't feel like it's possessive. If you were friend zoned, then no man on this earth has a chance, man. Project Screen. Like I said, it's hard. It can be done. It's very rare. Yeah, Robert, consent is obviously very, very important, but like I said, and it'll just take time. Exactly, Cam. You can do it, man. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Shadow. Was interested in a man when he's in a relationship, and if I'm jealous, I'm not doing anything about that. You're fine. What's up, Jesus from Spain? Fair enough, Starry-Eyed. And look, I'm not saying like this is the way it is all the time. Like this is the gospel according to Jeremiah. Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah. In my experience, and it is a very limited experience. This is my experience in life as a man who has been very friend zoned. Have I ever pulled myself out of the friend zone? No. I don't think I've done it. I don't think I've ever unfriend zoned myself. I'm just telling you how it could be done, where, like I said, it has to be some kind of outside validation, where she goes from not seeing you in that way to, and I'm not saying it would even work. There's no guarantee of it working. I'm saying if anything would. And then the reality, though, is, here's the thing, too. If you have a new boo, okay, or some new hot chick is flirting with you, you probably won't be as interested in the chick that friend zoned you. And so, ironically, it's kind of going back to the Tao of Steve. It is only truly when you are desireless that you will attract. Like, you really can't. There's this weird wisdom in that, where if you must be desireless, like you cannot want to get in her pants. And many women find that confusing when a man is not trying to get in their pants, because most men, most of the time, we are trying to get into their pants. Like that's what you do as a young man. Like that's your whole. That's your world. Is like, how can I sleep with this woman? What do I have to do or say such that she will take her clothes off next to me? How will I make this happen? And that's like a vast majority of your thinking as a young man. And when you finally don't do that, which is way harder than it sounds, then suddenly you will find yourself lying naked with more women. It's weird, but you have to be desireless. It's very Jedi mind tricky. It's challenging. Good luck. But yeah, once you've been friend zoned, move on. Just move on. My advice about handling anxiety. Thank you, No Nonsense Wrestling. I appreciate that, sir. The best thing you can do to overcome anxiety is be very proactive about life. Be very proactive about exercise routine. We're talking about being friend zoned and like how to, can you unfriend zone yourself? And it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to unfriend zone. Because I don't think I ever did it. I don't think I ever unfriend zoned myself. Really? Yeah. I don't think so. It's very challenging. God, I mean, did I? If I did, it was a slow, like it took years to unfriend zone. If I ever did. Did I? I'm trying to think back of like the women who I've, hooked up with. Anyway, I don't know. It's really hard. And it will not be done quickly. It's a slow grind. But anxiety, I think the only, anxiety sucks. Everybody suffers from it. Anxiety is fear of an unknown future, right? It's fear of you're living into a future that doesn't exist, and you're afraid of many things happening versus being present. And the only way, in my experience, of limiting anxiety is, you're not going to like this, like hard work and exercise, getting good sleep, avoiding the trap of social media, because everything is designed to make you pissed. Like everything is designed to get you upset about things that you have no control over, that in many cases probably don't affect you or anybody you know about. So no, I'm sorry, sweet. I'll tell you, that sucks, man. I mean, I've been a bartender and a server, and people can be freaking mean, man. Just know that everybody, they're just thinking about themselves, and people suck, man. Like, people are wonderful, but they suck, like, whatever they said that's shitty, just know that it's not really about you. It's never about you. This is the thing too, man. People were really afraid. Like you, me, and everybody are very afraid that people are thinking about us, and we're very afraid that people are thinking mean or bad things about us. When the reality is, everybody is just horribly afraid of looking bad themselves, and they're really just worried about themselves. I mean, everybody's just really in their own little world of like, not trying to look stupid. So they're really not thinking about you. They're just not. Like, and people that are having a bad day, like hurt people, that whole thing. So when somebody is mean and shitty, it's because they're feeling terrible about themselves. I know it's like the old, mom bumper sticker. It's true though, and to the best of your ability, just F them. Let it go. Just, whatever they said, F them. It's not your problem. It's not. And I guarantee you they've moved on. They're worried about the next thing. They're not thinking about you. Like, we really think that people think about us. We really think that people think about us and are really thinking about us a lot. They're not. They're not thinking about you. They're worried about themselves. They're worried about looking stupid. They're worried about that thing that somebody said to them, how they felt stupid, how they felt less than, and they're really just worried about themselves. They're just, they're just not thinking about you. And it's easy to say, and it's very difficult to actually embody. That's the hard part. Discord Kate, man. Of course you can have a big hug, man. Man, there's a lot of that going around. Jeez, Kate, big hugs, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. That sucks. Like, that just sucks. And there's no beating around that it sucks. It is. It is what it is, and it sucks. So, you hang in there. Stay strong. That's it. Just, it sucks. And there's no, like, everything's gonna be fine. No, that's bullshit. It sucks. Maybe it will be fine in, like, some, you know what I mean? Shh. Hush, child. Shh. Hush. Shh. Sorry about that. But yeah, Kate, hang in there. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And it sucks. Hang in there. Oh my God. Lawrence, 1918, bro. Bro. Whoa, dog. Holy crap. Thanks, man. Okay, well, thank you for the 24 pounds. Jesus, bro. Oh, I'll show you the, don't worry, Starry, I'll show you the dog in a minute. You got it, Kate. Hang in there. Lawrence asks, I'd love your advice on a girl that my coworker says likes me. Ooh. Your coworker said she likes you. Okay. We are in separate departments. Okay, that's good. So you work in the same company, but you don't work together. This is good. But when we talk, it's quite effortless. That's very good. And I'm the type to overthink. Who amongst us does not? Okay. I don't know the woman well, but it's the potential. Okay, well, Lawrence, a couple things that are great. The fact that, okay, a coworker says she likes you is like, I mean, that's a massive N, bro, okay? Like, that is like nobody wants to be rejected, okay? At all. Everybody is like terrified of being rejected. Everyone. So, the big question is, and you got good conversation, and you guys, when you talk, like, it flows, and it's good when you talk, and you have good conversation. Look, man, you're on exactly the right track. Now, okay, but real talk, Lawrence, real talk. You know, you work in the same company. You know, this is you're in very sticky ground when potentially dating a coworker. This is the reason there are HR departments, okay? You're in very tenuous ground. Proceed with great caution. Great caution. Do you really like this person? She worked with her today, and she didn't text saying she liked me, but she gave me bullet points about her mentioning she's single. Okay, this is okay. Look, these are definitely subtle. These are good signs. Okay, Lawrence, this is like, you're clearly being given a subtle green light here. Okay, but this is the tricky part. All right, you gotta be real honest with yourself. Okay. Do you really like her? Okay. Like, is this somebody like, ooh, you know, Does she make your heart go a pitter-patter? Does she does she stir your loins? You know, my friend. Weird but true, okay? When you're near her, and this is very weirdly true, do you like the way she smells? I know that sounds weird, and I don't recommend walking by and like sniffing her hair like a pervert. Don't do that, okay? However, if you've given a little hug, even like a little, you know, have a little ass out hug, you know, little shoulder, you know, not like a full, like, you know, body to chest like hug. Those are for later. But do you like the way she smells? Okay. If you do, this is very good. Chemistry is real. Pheromones are very real. If you don't like the way she smells, walk away immediately. Okay? If there's anything that's like, it's okay, walk away immediately. If you're like, dude, yeah, I like the way she smells. This is very good. And the reason I say these things is because you are walking into, you know, landmines, which is if things go sour, or who amongst us, boys, who amongst us, we've all done this, okay? Look at me, boys. We've all done this, and it's not good. I'm not proud of it, but we've all done this. You kind of flirt with her, you know, you hook up with her, and then you immediately lose interest. I've done that. I've definitely been that a-hole before. I've been that guy. All right? Because we love the chase. Okay? We love the chase. Chase is very, very fun. And once you land it, it's like, okay, well, that was fun. I don't really want it for... That was good. I'm good. I'm good. You know? You landed it. You move on. This is very dangerous when you are working with somebody. So, proceed with great caution. Can office romances work? Absolutely. Are there many, many couples who have gotten married who began in an office romance? There are. It can absolutely work. And it can go horribly, horribly wrong. So just be aware of that. So, take it slow. Take her out for a drink. Go get some coffee. Go get some lunch. You know. Okay, Lawrence. Okay, good. Take it slow. Alright. Take it slow. And, you know, it sounds like you got a real green light here, bud. Like, you know, like, you're getting some real, like, you know, green light flashing signs here. If you think that there's a genuine, if you genuinely like, dude, this chick is awesome. Like, this chick is really cool, man. Like this, like, I like spending time with this girl. Like, this is good. Then ask her out, man. Ask her out. Just take it slow. Okay? Just take it slow. I've definitely jumped into bed way too fast with people. Okay? This is me. You know, good, bad, or sideways. I have definitely jumped into the sack too soon with people. And, oh, yeah, you can see my dog. Yeah, I'll show you the dog. Well, exactly, Lawrence. This is why I'm saying that you gotta go real slow. That's my goose. goose. Just sleepy baby down there. Just a sleepy baby. There's my little goosey goose. Just a sleepy puppy. You can see where she's destroyed. Down there, you see where she's destroyed my Berber carpet. Damn dog. She's like trying to like fluff it up. She's like go around like trying to like. So I have these puddles of torn up Berber carpet. This is my brand new Berber carpet. So I didn't think of this. I didn't think of, you know, her, because she used to do that with the old carpet, you know, the little, and I never thought anything of it. And then I got the Berber carpet, and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Instantly, she started ripping it up, and I was just like, oh, damn it. Oh well. Oh well. That's just a carpet. It doesn't, like, whatever. It's just carpet. It doesn't matter. This is my office. Like, you guys never see the carpet, so it doesn't matter. It's really just there for sound deadening purposes. So, like, whatever. Oh well. No, thanks, Mystic. And yeah, absolutely, Lawrence. My pleasure, man. My pleasure, bro. You're taking a nap after destruction, exactly. Thanks, Tony. Oh, Blaster. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate it, bro. Wait, what did Starry-Eyed? Some things are personal. What did she ask that was weird? I beg of you, a video. Oh, my dog. I have a video of the dog. Go on my YouTube channel. There's one I have. It's called like Doggy Spa ASMR or something. I have an entire video of me petting my dog. So, if that is what you seek, that video exists. Don't you worry. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I watch you a lot, and only people I'm comfortable talking about this as girls. Fair enough, man. Thanks, Robert. Hockey coach gameplay tactical meeting. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. That one doesn't jump out at me. Yeah. You'll fall asleep there right now. Sweet dreams. Take care, Star. And good luck with everything. Hang in there. You know, you'll be okay. Good luck with everything out there. And yeah, Lawrence. No, man, it's important to talk about this with dudes as well. You know, female counsel is it's phenomenal. Cologne is a weird one. Sushi roll. And who said was that Starry-Eyed said with the smell thing? You don't like the way. Oh yeah, I'm conscious of how I smell. Strawberry body mist under a fancy schmancy scent. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about that. You know, because chemistry is real, man, and you gotta, like, we all smell the way we smell, and if you, that's why I'm leery of cologne for men too. I used to wear cologne. I don't know. Some chicks were like, "Oh my god, I love the way your cologne smells." I don't know. I feel like it's if for cologne and a lot of perfumey things, I don't know. They're double-edged swords, because there is some real truth. Exactly, that's true. Kat says many men wear way too much cologne. There's some real truth in chemistry, okay? And you need to be able to smell the other person's real scent. And I'm telling you, if you don't like it, that is a giant red flag that you probably aren't gonna work. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I've told you guys this story before. There was sorry, cat. I mean, when I was in college, thank you, Fabian. When I was in college, I briefly dated this beautiful young woman. She was a model. Ooh, Jeremiah. Ooh. She was taller than me. She was like 5'9". I'm only 5'7". She was taller than me. Very pretty. I mean, this is a very beautiful human. Let's be very clear about this. This is a beautiful girl. All right. And this is very true, Robert. This is kind of where I'm going with this. So, I remember distinctly, thank you, Mystic. I remember distinctly making out with her and being like, I did not like the way she smelled. I didn't like it. It was her. It was her neck. It was her. It was the smell of her. I didn't like it. I did not like it. And what Robert is getting at there, what nature is doing when it's doing that, is it's telling you that you would make weak babies. You're attracted to people olfactorily. It was not her diet. You are attracted to people olfactorily through smell who have opposing antibodies. Okay? And you probably didn't know this, but you and me and everyone, we can smell that. We can smell antibodies. We can smell a lot of things that you're not aware of. And masking your fragrance, masking the way you smell, is dangerous in dating, because eventually you will smell the person for real. Why? Okay. Why do you think kissing is a thing? It's freaking weird. Think about what kissing is. It is a weird, strange thing that we love doing. Super weird. I'm gonna put my mouth on your mouth, and I'm gonna touch your tongue with my tongue. This is so frickin' strange. Why on God's green earth do people do this? Well, based on what I just told you, you now know the answer. What you are doing, each person, back and forth, is you are doing a deep dive into pheromone compatibility and antibody compatibility. Deep dive. You're getting all up in that business. And when you get with the right person, it's really pleasant. And we love kissing. It feels great. It's exciting. It's delightful. It's like, ooh, kissing is wonderful. So, and every culture does it almost. I mean, is there any culture that doesn't kiss? It's this weird human thing you do. And why? Why? do you want to put your mouth on somebody else's mouth? It's very weird. But boy, when it's the right one, it is electric. When it's the right person, baby, whoa, fireworks go off, and it is just like your heart, like dong, gong, 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 and you're excited, and you just get the tingles, and you just go like, it's this wave of like excitement and emotion, right? And when you don't have that, it's because it's probably not there. And that's what chemistry is, man. Chemistry is weird. Chemistry is your, at a genetic level. Well, of course, mystic. That's the thing too, right? Like when you really are into somebody, mystic, when you're really into somebody, that's the next one, right? Like, and when the chemistry's good, it's great. You know, we just start here. That's where we all start, right? But we know where that goes, you know? And if you don't like it, it's a big sign, man, that you don't have chemistry with the person. If you're like, ew, no, I don't want to put my mouth down there. No, ew. You're with the wrong person. You're with the wrong person. When you're with the right person, it's like, party time. Let's go. Like, let's go. But it's got to be with the right person, you know, and you can't force that. So, you know, you can't force it. You got to just, it is what it is. And like I said, physical beauty and attraction, and we've all had this experience. I mean, tell me you've not had the experience. You see somebody on paper, and they're like super hot, guy or girl, right? You see their photograph or whatever, and you're just like, dude, that person's so freaking hot. And you see him from a distance, you're like, oh my god, like, she is a freaking dime. Good god. Wow. And then you meet her, and she's like, oh my god, so right? And then I was like, totally like, whatever. And then like, dude. And you're just like, oh. You went from being like a 10 to a 6, right? Because it's not there, you know? And you're near them, and you're just like, you're around them, and your pheromones aren't popping, and you're just like, okay, like, okay, so you're alright. And then the other thing has definitely happened, where like, you see somebody, and they're like a 6, you know? They're a 6. You don't really think much of it. But then you're standing next to them, and you're just like, dude, I am like weirdly attracted to this person. Like I really want to hook up with this chick. And it's like, what? It's just chemistry, man. It's just chemistry. There, you know, you can be next to, and it's like, I've been next to somebody, and you know, at first I'm like, they're okay, you know, they're attractive, you know, whatever. But then like you hang out with them, and you're like, you're near her, and you're like, whoa, dude, I definitely, now I really want to smash. And the exact same thing happens the other direction. She's so freaking hot. You get up to her, you get to know her a little bit. You're near her, and you're just like, I mean, as a guy, you probably still would smash, but you don't want to. You're not taking it home to meet your parents, you know. And it's like, it's a moped, you know. I'll take it for a ride around the block, but I'm not gonna brag to it about my friends. I'm not taking this one home to meet the parents. Chemistry, man, it's really weird. Hence, so like, you know, for online dating and things like that. Online dating is great. I met my wife on Tinder, okay? But one thing that is very clear, and I knew this back then, I knew this back then, that we have to meet up. I'm like, I don't want to text you forever. You can be hilarious via text. We can have funny email conversations. Great. Whatever. We have to meet in person. Because it's the only way you can tell if there's chemistry. And you have to just hang out and see and find out if there's actually any chemistry there. Right? And that's another thing. You know, multiple studies have come out and proven this now. One of the dangers of women being on the pill is that you're messing with hormones. And there have been many cases where a woman is on the pill, she meets her partner, goes off the pill, and is no longer attracted to him. And vice versa. Somebody not attracted to, they go off the pill, and suddenly I am now suddenly attracted to you. So it is something to be aware of. It doesn't always happen. It's not like just because you're on the pill means that, you know, your olfactory senses are betraying you and your chemistry is totally off. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that definitely has happened to many people, and it's something to be aware of, because chemistry is weird, man. It's a it's a dark art. It's just, well, they are very powerful. You know, they're suppressing ovulation. You're messing with hormones. Have there been millions of women who have gone on the pill very safely, met husbands, got off the pill, still loved their husbands, loved their partner, whatever? Of course that's true. Millions and millions of women have been on the pill. However, there is a non-insignificant amount of people who have reported that when they went off the pill, they were then no longer attracted to their partner. Or they went off the pill and then suddenly somebody who they weren't attracted to, they were attracted to. So, is it every woman on the pill is like, no, I'm not saying that at all. But it is statistically relevant. So just be aware of that. And just be aware of the importance of chemistry and the importance of meeting up in person. I would recommend not overly masking your own fragrance with too much cologne if you're a guy. Easy on the cologne, boys. Definitely, for the love of God, do not be the guy whose cologne you can smell 20 feet away. For the love of God, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Nothing smells that good, okay? If you are a guy and you are being all like, and you're doing this, you put the cologne down right now, you son of a bitch. Don't do that. Alright? Do not give yourself 2 big squirts to the neck. Way too much. Way too much. Cologne should only be noticed when you are like right up into somebody giving them a hug. When you are like right about here. That's nice. That's when it should be noticed. Okay? And you're right here. And you're right here. Ooh, that's a nice little fragrance. That is it. Okay? Yeah. If you're freaking Pepe Le Pew walking by and they can smell you after you walked by, fail, bro. Fail. Stop it. Do not Axe body spray yourself. Stop it. Don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. Okay? Thanks, Glenn Boylan. Sup, Joseph? Let's see. Flawless fighter. Do you consider yourself as an all-rounder person, or do you tend to be good in doing some particular things, or say ASMR? I'm an all-rounder, bro. I'm a Renaissance man. I'm an all-rounder. Damn, not like TV to lie to me. Yeah, don't trust TV, bro. How dare you? Jeremiah of all trades. Exactly. Long Island are nice. No worries, Jesus. If it smells, it sells. Smash it, oh. No. Discord, Kate, it absolutely applies. Look, we've all seen it. Look, when you do if you're gonna do a fragrance, I mean, just put like a little bit on your wrist, like a single, then do this, and do this, and that. That's it. Okay? Like, one little here, crush it a little bit, okay? And your little pheromone spot on your bottom of your wrist, and then just go like that, and like that. That's it. No mas. Okay? No mas. Okay? That's it. Or you can do the other one that works is you have the cologne or the perfume and you give it a spritz in the air and you go and you walk through it. That's it. You really want it to be where you're right there and you can barely notice it. That's the one. My favorite cologne that I used to wear, I was an Acqua di Gio man. Acqua di Gio, whatever. That was my go-to. And I got complimented on it. People said I smelled good. However, my wife doesn't like, she, from the beginning, she was like, I don't like cologne. I was like, oh, okay. So I stopped wearing cologne. And I haven't worn it since. She was like, I don't like cologne. It's like, okay. So I stopped wearing it. I used to have that. I had some like Polo by Ralph Lauren that I liked. It was more of like a sandalwoody kind of a fragrance. In women, God, there was this chick. This is back when, this is jumping the Wayback Machine. This is back in the year like 2000, and I was I don't know what cottagecore is. This is back when I was a car salesman, like 19, 20 years old, and she was a receptionist, and what did she say she wore? I remember, and I recognized the fragrance, and I was like, I liked that fragrance. Fragrance. Forget what it was, though. I used to be like, I could label it. When I smelled it, I was like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. And I always impressed women when I was like, you're wearing blah, blah, blah. And they're like, this is a cultured man right here. He recognizes my fragrance. And it was like Ralph Lauren, or something like that. I mean, it was a pretty, it was a pretty name brandy fragrance. But I remember I really did like it. It was a very, very good smell. But I don't know. I'd see. Yeah, I do like those kinds of smells. I do like woody, sandalwood, fresh tobacco, those kinds of fragrances. Leather, yeah. I do like those. But like I said, I don't wear cologne anymore. Whiskey, I do like those things. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of cottagecore. That'd probably describe my aesthetic, my like the vibe. If I wanted you to like match me to a fragrance, I would want. That's awesome, Cat. Yay. But yeah, if like I wanted to be remembered, be like, ooh, Jeremiah reminds me of an old library. Smell of cut wood, mahogany, smell of old leather, an old saddle, books. This fragrance reminds me of sandalwood. Yeah, that's what I'd want to be remembered as. I don't smell like any of those things, but I do like those. I do like those fragrances. And I like the idea of smelling like that. I like the image of smelling like that. See, Joseph, take care, Cat. What a pleasure to have you with us. Thanks. I'm so glad you got a little self-care. Big hugs, Cat. Big hugs. Big hugs. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, like I mentioned it. I mentioned the fragrance thing in my executive interview coaching video I did the other day, where I'm telling you, if you are going to an interview, thank you, Kelly Louise. If you are going to a job interview, or if you are, and as my dog, or if you are an actor and you're going to an audition or anything, but especially a job interview, do not, look at me, do not, and I repeat, do not wear perfume or cologne. There are many people who have very sensitive noses, okay? And you don't know who they are. I guarantee you, nobody will ever hire you because they go, oh my gosh, he or she smells so good, I'm gonna hire them. Said no one ever in the history. I shouldn't say that. Said 99.9% of all people ever, okay? I'm sure there's some weird exception who's like, ooh, I like the way they smelled, I'm gonna hire them. I'm sure it's happened. But for everything else, don't do it. Don't do it. There's zero upside and only potential downside. I'm not saying it will matter. I'm not saying that they will be offended by it. But trust me, there's no upside. It will not get you the job. It will only be noticed. And I don't want to notice your cologne or your perfume. I don't want that to be the thing that I notice about you. Trust me, it is not the right message. That's totally different, Cass. Do not do it for a job interview or as an actor, as a when you're auditioning, anything like that. Don't do it. There's zero upside. I'm telling you. Please heed me when I tell you this. Do not do it. Okay? You don't want that to be the first thing that people notice about you. You don't. You do not. Smell should be, like I said, that thing. If you're gonna wear a fragrance, when you're in for a hug and you're really close to somebody and you go, that should be your reaction. Period. Really close. Right there. That's it. Anything more than that, fail. Heed my warning, please. Please heed my warning. And music in public places. It depends on the public place. I don't mind it sometimes. Other times it drives me nuts. The one thing I cannot stand is don't be that. No, I'm not saying you make that noise when you give somebody a hug, Cass. I'm saying that's what your reaction would be if. Like, that's the amount of notice. Do not ever, oh my God, people, never hug somebody and go, oh my God, you creep. No. Jesus. Never do that. Ever. It's horrible. Don't be that guy. God. Hey, Moha. Yeah, don't do that, people. That's a terrible idea. Poof. No. I'm just saying, internally, that's the most that reaction should ever. If I notice somebody's wearing a fragrance, I should be that close to them, and my inner reaction should be, that's nice. I would never do that. Good God. Never do that to somebody. Unless you want to get smacked. Or like just instantly like, the hell's wrong with you? Like, never do that. Good Lord. I'm glad I could amuse you, Cass. Excuse me. Glad boy. Eric Jonah. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I am. As a 21-year-old young man, I've used a ton of your advice in my day today, and it's worked wonders. Thanks, Eric. Glad to hear that, bro. Glad to hear that, man. Brings me joy. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Nice, Cass. I'm doing my job. Joseph, I just used a bar soap and deodorant. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. Just be clean. Just be clean, bro. That's just be clean. Don't. And look, listen. Don't. No crazy new characters coming up. Well, eventually. I have a couple. I'm gonna do a Benoit Blanc, but I'm waiting specifically for there's a specific reason I'm waiting until November. But in November, I'll be introducing Benoit Blanc from Knives Out. I'm very excited to bring him and to bring you that character. But I want to bring it for a very specific reason. So I'm waiting to bring you Benoit. But when I do, there'll definitely be a murder mystery of some type. Don't worry, Zane. As long as you're not spater-batering all over the place. Just don't be a spater-bater. That's all I ask. It's fine that you're here late for now, as we wrap down and wind this down. Just don't be a spater-bater. But yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Listen. Also, don't stink. Okay? Men especially. Women is not as problem. Men though, bro, dude, for the love of God. Guys, boys, some of you, have a problem. Okay? And some of y'all need a shower. Alright? Bathe. For the love of all that's holy. Okay, boys? Bathe. Don't mess around. Okay? Your musk, your funk, is not sexy. Women can pull it off. Some women can, like, it's not bad. Some women can pull it off. It's not bad. Men, you cannot. You cannot. You reek of BO. Okay? Okay? Shower. For the love of all that's holy. Thank you. PSA over. How did I learn all these lessons? Life, bro. Yeah. Life. Just, I'm a student of, I love humans. I'm a student of people. You know? I like people. Yeah, Nathan, I do have plans for some wine tastings coming up and some bourbon tastings and other things I do. So I have some tastings in the wings coming. And shower, deodorant, and cologne. Unknown matter. Watch yourself. Easy on the cologne. Very, very sparingly. Very sparingly. Thank you, Zane. They've got a fever, and the only prescription is more shower. It's true. Take a shower, you filthy animals. Don't be that guy. But yeah, Robert, you know, I just, I like people. My advice on speaking to women. No, this is easy. My advice on speaking to women is, assuming you're a young man, you could be a young lady, you know, nothing wrong with the love that dare not speak its name. I'm all about the sapphic side of life. But assuming you are a young man and you are wishing you could speak to women better, rule number 1, think of them as one of your guy friends. Take them off of a pedestal. They're literally just people. And if you're nobody wants to be put on a pedestal. Here's the thing about humans. Like, it's you can't connect with somebody who you're like, oh my God, it's you. It's like you, as the person on the other side of that, you can't, there's nothing to work with, okay? Like, if somebody comes up to me and they're like, oh my God, you're ASMR Jeremiah. It's never happened, by the way, but if they did, like, I can't do anything with that. Like, I'm like, yeah, hi, you know, how's it going? Like, people are just people, and women are just women. They're just people, okay? So if you're going like, how do I even talk to a woman? Your problem right there is that you're putting them up on this pedestal as if they're something other than a human. They're like this thing, oh my God, who's this woman? How do I even, what would I even say? What would I even do? How would I even be? It's like, dude, relax. Like, and if you don't have anything to say, then don't say anything, but like just, they're just people, man. So like, just talk. Just, the main thing you can do is listen. And my old adage that I'll say for the millionth time, be expressive, not impressive. If you try to be impressive, you will look like a twat. You will look like a douchebag. Do not try to be impressive. Focus on being curious about her. What is she interested in? What does she like to do? What are things that, like, what are places that she wishes she could travel to? I don't know. Just be curious about her. Do not try to look cool. Do not try to show off and be like a cool guy or something gross. She's just a person, man. Take her off the pedestal and just be cool. Just relax. She's just a person who you would like to have a laugh with. And if you can be funny, funny is money, baby. Funny is money. So, to the best of your ability, develop a sense of humor. Good luck. ASMR Brody, would you rather work a job that takes the life out of you but pays very well? Neither. I don't want either one of those. I want to do a job that I enjoy doing that doesn't take the life out of me. Like what I do. I love my current work. I love teaching. And I love being a YouTuber. It's very fun. SL. Evening. I came on your channel, been enjoying the deeper dives. Appreciate what you do. Crazy as it sounds, I've learned a lot from your channel. Chess, blackjack, suits. Well, thank you. SSL. Salute. Joseph, you like the Edna mode? Thank you. I like those too. Appreciate it. Nicholas Nielsen. Does Edna mode haunt your memories and dreams? Darling, she does not haunt my dreams. I am a big fan of Edna, of course. But no, she does not haunt my dreams, darling. I like to be impressive in a funny way, like I'm showing off but expecting to fail. Listen, Mystic, that shtick can definitely work. It's a shtick. You know, it's a line you gotta walk carefully. Okay, it can be done. It's a tricky tightrope to walk, because it can backfire. But I mean, look, like anything, like it's one of those things where it's like if you can walk that tightrope, and you know how to be like, you know, self-deprecating in the right way, where it's like you're kind of like showing off, but like in a self-deprecating way, it can be very effective. But it can be inauthentic, but it can work. You know, it can work. I don't know. You gotta be, you know, it's tricky. One more question. What's your advice for someone starting uni or someone moving out for the first time? It often backfires, but I'm still laughing, right? So I'll do this. Okay, last two questions. First from CZMZ. I had never heard of ASMR. I had never listened to ASMR, and I still don't really consume ASMR. I'm weird. I don't really. Yeah, I like what I do though. Okay, and I never worked in a casino. I'm a completely self-taught dealer. Okay, advice for someone starting uni or moving out. My advice is, just go do it. You're gonna be okay. Go. Leave my advice to you all you young people out there. Leave your hometown, wherever you're from, leave your hometown. Go out and get jobs, get many jobs, or at least get a job, okay? Go get paid, learn the value of work, learn the value of, you know, independence, get your own apartment, get your own flat, whatever, dorm, I guess, if you want to, you know, whatever. But just go do it, because it's going to be your road, your journey is going to be its own unique journey, all right? The important thing is that you go do it, that you get out of your house, you get out of your parents' house, and you get out and go do it. Get out of the town or the city where you're from. Dum diddy dum. Leave the town or city where you're from and go do it. Alright? That is the advice. Outside of that, do your best. Work hard. Be good at your job. You know? Even if you don't like it, Be good at it. Don't be somebody who's like, oh, I don't like my job, man. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to show up. I don't even like my job. F that. Be a good employee. No matter what your job is, be a good employee. Okay? Show up on time. Have a good attitude. Leave your crap at the door. Alright? Leave your drama at home. Show up at work. Be professional. Do your best. That's it. Everything else will take care of itself. Okay? Know that the first jobs you get are not your forever jobs. It's just, all that's important is that you get a job. That's very important. You need to get a job. I don't care if it's my first job was as a waiter at Pizza Hut in Beaver Creek, Ohio. That was my first job when I was 16. I was a waiter at Pizza Hut. My second job was I was a busboy at the Olive Garden. My third job was I was a waiter at a restaurant in Columbus, Ohio called Barcelona. So just and then I became a game tester for Nintendo. I was a car salesman. I was a professional ballroom dance instructor. Just go, get work, be the best you can at it. Okay? Show up, be reliable, and go be independent. Go make your own money. Get an apartment. Get a car. Get a job. Live. Figure it out. You're going to be okay. You're not made out of glass. Necessity is the mother of invention. Get out there. All right? That's my advice. You got this. I do this, Joseph, and I teach chess. Is what I do to live. All right. And unfortunately, team, that is all the time I have for today. So, thank you, Binky, I know I'm about 10 minutes over. I appreciate you, Binky. Sorry for going 10 minutes over my mod. So for those who are wondering who's Binky, Binky's my main mod. Sorry for going over. YouTube, you're the best. I really appreciate you all. Thank you very much for hanging out and being a part of this cool journey that we're on together. I appreciate you. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. And twin med insanity. That's a lovely subject. Ask me that during the next live stream, okay? Because I can't answer that. It's like a long question. All right. So twin-minded sanity. Ask me that during the next live stream, and I'll answer that for you. Okay. All right. Take care, team.